Hey, you guys. Okay, it's me, Kianna. I'm coming at you guys because you all know I'm going to be honest with you, and you all know that this is part of my diary. This is like me talking about some things some inner thoughts, some issues, concerns, whether that's anxiety, whether that's joy, whether that's accomplishments. I want to talk to you guys about it. As you saw in the title, it is not a trick to get you to come over here and look at this video, nor is it a joke. You guys, I know what works for me. I know what works for me. I know the logic behind it. I know why I shouldn't do certain things. I also know that I shouldn't be weak to food. I also know that I have to learn how to overcome certain things. But yet and still, because of the mindset, because of doing things for so long, it's a process. It doesn't happen overnight. And although our intentions are for things to happen overnight, although our heart's desire is things to happen instantly, it doesn't happen like that all the ways. Because unlike a alcoholic or a drug addict, their addiction doesn't call for them to partake in that every day to live. Whereas a person who battles food addiction of any kind or any level, it's almost more difficult to overcome because you have to eat to live. You don't have to eat excessively, but you do have to eat to live. A alcoholic, a pothead, a junkie, they don't have to do those things to live. So they are optional things, whereas eating is something that you have to have. Now, we have to develop a way to stop ourselves. We have to develop a different mindset on why we're eating at the time. And we have to develop a healthy relationship with food. We know all this. We know all the logic behind it. But yet and still, we still make these mistakes. I've been doing low carb, you guys. And I've been doing it for 24 days now. I haven't slipped not one time. And when I say I'm doing low carb, I'm not doing low carb like I did before, like many of you do. I'm doing one meal a day. I eat one solid meal a day. Most times, that is salad. The rest of my meals are in liquid form. I remember when I was on low carb before, I ate it off and on all day long. For one, I was trying to speed up my metabolism. And for two, even within the confines of my diet, I was allowed to. So I was able to lose weight and still be eating. And eating great items as well. So it's different now because I'm eating way less of solid foods. Now, I'm on an appetite suppressant, and I will do an update on my other channel, Big Cuz 52, of that, because that was a review for that channel. So make sure you tune into that. But, you guys, yeah. Ruffles molded hot wing chips. And I got them, and they were on sale on clearance for, yeah, $1 for the big bag. And the big bag is normally, if you look, $4.29. So, you know me, I can't pass up a bargain. And I wanted to get those. I got a couple of bags of them because Nene does take things in sandwich bags for her lunch. And what I do is we break things down like this. And that way, you know, she has little snacks for her lunch and stuff. And I'm not one of those people that believe that everybody in my household has to eat exactly what I'm eating. Everybody in my household is not at the place where I'm at. Everybody in this household is not at the weight that I am. So they are not, they don't have to eat exactly what I'm eating. Okay? So, because I'm on a set plan, I don't ask for everybody around me to be on the same plan. So, realistically, because this is real life after all, realistically, I'm going to have to be around chips and granola bars and things like that. And I'm going to have to learn how, no matter if they're around me or not, no matter if they're on clearance or not, I'm going to have to say no for myself. Now, limit everybody else, of course, having those things. That's just a smart thing to do. But to limit them where it's totally taken out of their diet, no, I don't. Again, realistically, McDonald's, Taco Bell, Burger King, those places are never going to leave. They're not going to, you know, be pushed aside just because I roll down the street. I have to learn how to look at those things and say, you know what, I don't want it. And that's reality. And I live my life and I live in my home in reality. So I ate chips. I ate chips. And I can't eat one chip. I can't eat one chip. Everything inside of me wants to do better. Everything inside of me wants to live. And yet again, I didn't fight it. And although I'm a fighter, I'm going to get right back up and start all over again. You know, I could sit here and say, well, it's been 24 days and you ain't did nothing wrong. You've eaten in 24 days only 24 meals. You've made sure they were balanced as far as calories and carbs and all kinds of vitamins, and making sure that, you know, certain items that you ate just because of the vitamins, and you made sure you didn't eat certain kinds of fruits and vegetables because of the high carb or the high sugar levels. I can sit here and say all of that. I can sit here and tell you that the actual amount on the scale that I've lost in those 24 days, because it has actually been a loss. I just haven't discussed it. I could sit here and say that I feel a little bit better. I could sit here and say that walking around is better for me because I can actually do it longer without having to feel like my legs are going to collapse or something like that, or feeling like I have to find a seat. I could sit here and say all of that. And all of those things are true. And all of those things show progression. But that doesn't mean I'm still not disappointed in the fact that I ate those chips. Because I know better. But again, it's that mindset. It's the sickness. It's the illness of running back to what is familiar. I'm going to get right back up. That's what I do. I come from a line of people that are fighters. Historically, I come from a line of fighters. So I'm going to keep on fighting. But I ate those chips. It's so not worth it. But I still did it. What I'm going to do later on tonight when everybody is asleep, I'm going to write down some emotions that I felt before I ate those chips. Because a reason that for some reason I couldn't fight it off today. And I've been fighting it off for 24 days so far. So I'm going to figure out what was the emotion that riled up inside of me that made me feel like I couldn't resist those chips. It had to have been something. Sometimes it's happiness. Sometimes because we equate celebration with food. Sometimes when we get happy, we want to eat. Sometimes when we get sad, we want that comfort. We want to eat. Sometimes if we feel frustrated and feel like we can't, or we have anxiety and we can't overcome certain things, or we can't win a battle at something or some sort, we look for comfort and we want to eat. Unfortunately, some of us feel all of those things and we want to eat. So I'm going to sit and evaluate what feelings I had. What was I feeling that drew me to those chips even more today? It's just, I'm disappointed in myself. I'm disappointed. And that doesn't take away the success I've had thus far. But it just hurts your feelings a little bit. I know that sounds strange to most people. How can your feelings be hurt? You don't want to ate it. But it's like it's something that draws you to it. And I lost today. I lost. But I'm not a loser. I lost today. But I'll win tomorrow. And the day after that. And the day after that. So I'm going to go ahead and let myself feel. Because that's, after all, not only normal, but that's one of the things that food does. It numbs us. That's one of the reasons why we turn to food. So I'm going to let myself feel. Whether it sounds strange to the next person, whether they don't fully understand, that's neither here nor there. I'm going to let myself feel. At this moment, I'm disappointed. At this moment, I'm a little hurt. At this moment, I feel like I let myself down. I let my family down. I'm going to let myself feel. I'm not going to smother it by another bag of chips. I'm not going to try to push it out of my head. No, I need to feel this. I need to feel this. Because eventually, it'll click in my mind that I don't want to feel this. And also, the knowledge of knowing how I can avoid it, paired with the desire not to feel this way, once it meshes together, then that's when the mindset will start changing even more. It'll no longer be do good for 2 weeks and then slip off for a couple of days and then do good another 2 weeks. Because my mind needs to make a connection. It needs to make a connection. It needs to not just be a thought, but it needs to become habit. You understand what I'm saying? It needs to not just be wisdom and knowledge of it, but it needs to become a lifestyle. So that connection needs to be met. And I think feeling is one of the ways that that connection will be met, and honoring your feelings because they are valid for you and to you. Despite anybody not understanding them, they are valid to you. Honor your feelings. Feel them. And get up and do better. Be better. And that's what I shall do. I just wanted to share with you guys. Hopefully this will not just give you some insight on my thoughts, but hopefully this will speak to others. I hope that it does. Looking back on it, it so wasn't worth it. But guess what? It was done. Can't take it back. All I can do is get up tomorrow morning and strive to do better. And not just strive to do better, to do it. And don't have an option. Because when we give ourselves options, that's when we start making excuses. That's when we start analyzing. The reality is we can't fail because it can happen. We can't. We cannot fail. We don't have room for failure. So I'm going to get up tomorrow. Look forward to it. Rejoice in the new day, the new opportunity that God has blessed me with, to not only to seize that day, but to do better that day than I did yesterday. I'm going to understand and respect the fact that not everybody has that opportunity. And honor my blessings by honoring the source. And that is in all aspects of my life. So I'm going to move forward. I'm going to try to be stronger. I'm going to sit and figure out what drew me to it even more today. And I'm going to feel and let myself feel today. So on that note, you guys, I love you all so much. I will talk to you guys later. I'm sorry that I took up almost 20 minutes of your time, but I just wanted to release this. It's important to me, and it's a process for me. It's part of me feeling. On that note, you guys, I love you all so much. Talk to you guys later, and be blessed.